Hi digital planners, this is Tina Phillips from A Wild Plan, and I am coming to you in a slightly different format from my desktop to kind of show you a sneak peek of the 2020 planners that are coming out for A Wild Plan. And this will be the first set. There's going to be 5 different themes in 2 different formats, undated and dated, so for a total of 10 planners that are coming out very soon. And this is the hot pink and silver layout that I have for this year, and I wanted to show you what it meant to be a twist and shout duo orientation planner, because I think this is still unique to my shop, and so a lot of people are not really familiar with it and how it works. And so every time I've seen somebody try to do like a display of it, they don't quite understand what they're supposed to do with their iPad and how this makes your life so much easier. So let me just kind of go do a brief overview of this, and you'll kind of get an idea of what's going on. So this is the first page of the planner. I've added some more unique little fun things to it to try to add a little bit of decoration, but not too much. And as you can see, you can zoom in, it's nice and crisp and clean. This is kind of a goals thing where you can kind of put out your little goals, practice your handwriting for different goals for your year and your action items, your word for the year. And you'll also notice that my tabs are no longer wavy, but the page is wavy, and it kind of adds, you have a pink tinge for the current page that you're on that goes with the theme. You also get the 2020 at a glance, and this is also linked to by that overview ribbon on every page, so you can always get back to this when you have your year at a glance of what you're going to be doing this year. You can always kind of go back and refer to it. The little green ribbon right here, however, goes to another section, and this is kind of my attempt at cleaning the page a little bit. I'm really trying to add more and more space for you to work with on your page that you're on, instead of filling it with a ton of like tabs and things like that, because it does get confusing. I think it becomes not productive, especially when you add on the fact that in GoodNotes you can have more than one thing open. So when you have that kind of stuff going on, it does get really visually cluttered, and I'm trying to reduce that. So this is my attempt, and I'll kind of show you what that personal area looks like in a moment. Let's go ahead and look at January. And this is a dated month for January. You also get a monthly tracker, and this is the same for every month. You get a kind of like the 2 dates from the previous and the next month in there as well. That's kind of a new thing that I've added. I've tried to keep it super clean, so if you're kind of one of those decorative people, it's not going to get too over in your way. The design doesn't become overpowering, and you can do whatever you want to in here. And then normally in the past, I've only ever given 1 week and 1 daily behind a month, and it's expected that you as a user can kind of decide how you want to create your planner. And that became because some people liked monthlies and weeklies only, or they liked monthlies and dailies only. So I didn't want to give you too much work to do in order to make the planner your own, which is why I only gave you 1 of each one. However, it's been requested that I offer kind of a variety of different ones, and I could go the insert route, but I really don't like how GoodNotes and stuff, they are considered stickers. They do become cluttered when you're trying to mess with stickers and stuff like that. It kind of becomes a pain. So these are actually layouts. They're part of the page, and so you can kind of choose what you want to use, and these are not going to come up when you put stickers on them and stuff like that. So you have a variety. However, I did give you the option if you want to go the insert route, and behind every month you also get a blank of both a landscape and a portrait page, which I will show you right now. So this is one of the weeks that's a landscape, kind of a quadrant. This is also another week where it has the standard sectioned off each daily for each day. And then this is a new one, and this looks slightly different. When you come across one of these, it's kind of meant to be a portrait mode, and that is your cue to actually turn your iPad and your page becomes full size. And this is kind of a unique thing. I don't think a lot of people realize that's what they're supposed to do, so that you can actually turn your iPad and your page becomes full size and your links are still there. So you can always go back to January. You can always scroll back and you'll see your page again. I've also given you dailies in this mode, in portrait mode, just because I think when people are writing notes a lot, they want to use it like a notepad. So you kind of have the best of both worlds, where you have a month that's a landscape and weeks that can be landscape, but then your dailies, and maybe a week, depending on what you prefer, can be a portrait mode. And like I said, you also get the option of having, all you got to do is turn your iPad This is a landscape mode. This is a portrait mode. And you can put whatever layouts or inserts you feel that you want to use in here. And then what you can do is go into the thumbnails, and up here you have thumbnails, favorites, and outlines. And in each planner, I've already given you an outline where I link the divider and the month, and then each budget. I've also linked to each page when it comes to that, but I didn't do that with the weeks and days because this is something that you can do as you go. And all you got to do is when you go to the thumbnails, you can actually just click on that little arrow right there and it says add page to outline. All you do is click that, and you could say my current week and click add. So now you not only do you see it labeled right here, which is nice because then you can just sit there and add it right there and see where you are in your outline, in your thumbnails, or you could go to the outline and see it right there under January. You have my current week. They actually put it in order. You have the ability to either edit or delete that week. So nothing is in stone when you do this kind of thing. So that way you don't have to worry, oh, I can't add links or I can't. Yes, you can. All you have to do is start using the application that you're using it in. It's quite easy to get around. You could also use the favorites for things that you want to get back into, but I really prefer, I love the outline idea, and the fact that you already get an outline that comes with it is really nice. Let's go ahead and go over to what the little personal section is. And the personal section is primarily going to be landscape, but I'll show you what parts are not. I have a budget, a meal planning, health, cleaning, and notes, and then you have a blank section down there. And as you can see, your little green ribbon has turned back to planner, so you can always go back to your planner or go back to your personal area, which is the budget, miscellaneous, that kind of thing. So in the budget, I actually got a little carried away with the budget. My husband's very budget conscious, and so I kind of decided, okay, a lot of people are really interested in this kind of thing, and especially like Dave Ramsey and things like that. This is kind of my husband's version of budgeting, where you have needs versus wants, and it really kind of makes you view your choices that you're making each month, and where you can kind of cut spending if you need to. So you have like the needs, wants, and then you have your goals, your limit, you have your recurring payments like car payments, school payments, whatever. And then you have like a spending tracker on certain things, like if you kind of go to Starbucks too much or Target trips. And then it's linked. So you have like a sub navigation there for budget, which makes it kind of nice, and you can go back and forth between each month. So for meal planning, not only get a divider, you get, this is kind of like a wipe on wipe off board for me. Some people, if you want, you can absolutely duplicate this to keep all of your pages. This is something I would just kind of delete everything from week to week and just start over again, but that's up to you. The health page, the health section, this is not something I would use, but people who are like on keto, this was actually something that was requested from a lady who was on keto, and this is kind of, she was very specific about the things that she has to keep track of. So you have like ketones and all these kind of things, and like the macros of carbs, fat, and proteins and things to keep track of within your eats. You have breakfast, lunch, dinner, and snacks in here. And then you also have kind of a fitness training also with sleep and weight quality for this is daily. You just copy it as needed. You could technically also move these into the month that you're in, but this part will not change. These links will still stay the same, but you could duplicate and move that if you wanted to. I do find that a little confusing though. I like keeping things in where they're supposed to be, but that's up to you. The cleaning, this is kind of a new thing. I've never had a cleaning section in here, and this is Zone Cleaning by the Fly Lady. And I've given you a blank section where I named out the zones that she has laid out and that kind of thing, and you can create your own excuse me, list of the things that need to get done in each zone. And then you also have a supply list on the second page. And if you are new to zone cleaning or whatever, just need a list of things, I also have a pre-filled out list of like suggestions of what you can do to get your rooms clean, and different things for different areas, like the bathrooms and things like that versus your kitchen, and things that you can do in the kitchen to clean it up. And that is just kind of my lazy way. This is the one I would be using because I'm lazy and need to be told what to do. And then you still have a supply list that you can fill out. The notes also have the landscape and portrait though. So you have, if you're landscape, you have notes, you have Also the dot grid in a landscape mode. And then you also have a heart grid. This is kind of a new thing I found in another actual paper planner. I thought this was kind of cute to see a heart grid, and people use these for trackers and all kinds of fun stuff. And it's just a fun thing. I thought it would be nice to have. You also get a blank, and then you also get the portrait mode. There you go. And then you just turn your iPad around. You get lines, dot grid, heart grid, and then a blank one as well. And then you get the blank section, which comes with just a blank landscape and a blank portrait. So that's kind of a brief overview of what comes in the new 2020 planners. And like I said, they come in they're very subtle themes, but it does make a difference to some people. They don't like pink. I have like silver and teal. Kind of gives you an idea that you get a teal and silver spine and like a teal little wave. You get silver and lime, which is like an all silver one. This is even more basic. This is almost a very neutral one. A rose gold one where it's a slight tinge of pink, and I tried to be super subtle on here, so I didn't want to overpower the pink because it becomes too much for people. They just want a little bit of pink. And then you also can have the different dividers there. So you also have silver and purple, which is like the silver and purple spine. You also get the little purple. And I think that's it for now. But like I said, you'll get them in dated and undated versions that you can choose to which one you want. These will be in separate listings. So you'll have the dated or an undated version. And then you'll get a set of element stickers, which I'm still working on, but you can see the element stickers on my store, but they will match the planner perfectly with a little set of unique goodies that will be unique, or that will be similar from planner to planner. They will be just kind of like a neutral set to play around with, to have fun with. And that's really all that's coming for 2020. I will also be coming out with a blog planner and a new keto health planner that will be coming soon. If you have any questions or suggestions, or just, hey, I have a theme idea, let me know. I would appreciate it. And maybe you might get one for free. Let me know, and I will talk to you guys later. Thanks. Bye.